Hello, and welcome to Inside the Tornado, Brevard's very own talk show where we invite very special student athletes to come and take a dive into their lives. I'm your host, Alex Bolton, and I ask you to please hold on as we take a step inside the tornado. Today's NATO is a very special one. We have a Category Lindsey, inviting on today Brevard College Football's offensive lineman, number 77, Brody Lindsey. Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, buddy. How you doing today?
We're doing pretty good.
Now, listen, Mr. Lindsey, you know, I've spent some time around you, my friend. I've been here 3 years now. This is your fourth year. Not going to call you uncle or anything. I almost did there for a moment. But, yeah, I've known you for a while, man. But for people who don't know you, you know, this is an opportunity for you to answer a question I think a lot of people find hard. Everybody has a different answer to it. But who is Brody Lindsey?
Man, that is a real tough question there, Bolton. That's, I don't know. Brody Lindsey's just a guy, I guess. He's just a guy. He's a good guy to be around, I feel like. Everybody enjoys my presence. You know, I think I'm just all around genuine guy.
Genuine's a good thing, actually. Heading into this podcast interviews we were doing today, we had some struggles going on with one of the cameras, and this Mr. Lindsey, man, he's just here to get interviewed. He's over here helping, trying to fix the camera. If y'all have any questions about what type of guy this man is, but you'll actually see that actually translates to your life a lot. Going on later, we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
You seem to want to have a hand in a lot of things when it comes to helping people. So we appreciate you on that. So before we get serious, you know what I'm saying, I just want to take a moment and be a little goofy, have a little bit of fun. I know, a lot of people, I can be serious when it's time to be serious, but until it's time to be serious, I'm just not.
Right.
And so today I want to start out and ask you a couple would you rather questions. Okay.
Sweet.
So I asked my best friend of all time, ChatGPT, to help me today with some questions. So I have 5 would you rather questions. So starting out with number 1, would you rather be able to speak all human languages fluently or be able to communicate with animals?
Ooh. That's a good one. I don't know. I feel like I'm a big hunter. I like to fish. Big outdoorsman. So I feel like that would kind of like not be good for me.
You feel bad?
I'd feel bad at the end of the day, to be
Stop
honest.
it!
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I can't do this. But no, I think it'd be pretty cool to have, all fluent languages. I think it'd be pretty cool.
A big money grab too, probably.
Yeah.
Because you could do so much you'd probably be the all-time greatest marketer of all time.
Yeah.
You get all the connections for any business. Like, oh, you need to talk to these people? I got
you. Yeah, for sure.
And so actually, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I was thinking it'd be tough. It's for a different reason. I guess the animals would be tough. I just don't know what that would help me do.
Yeah, I don't really think that would help me do anything. To be honest, I just feel like it would be like
I'd feel bad now when I eat food.
Yeah, it just starts like talking to you.
Change my diet.
Yeah, I have to be. Yeah, can't do that.
And so moving on, would you rather always have to sing instead of speaking or dance everywhere you go?
Ooh. I mean,
those are both really bad.
Those are both really bad. I like to like sing on my off time a little bit. Like I like to play guitar and sing. Country music. I do get down with a little bit of rap and rock and roll.
Okay.
But country.
You can spit a couple bars.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe that's another podcast.
Yeah, another podcast for another day there. But I don't know. Dancing everywhere. I mean, I feel like I when I think of like the singing guy, I think about like Morgan J or Jay Morgan, whatever his name is. He does like this. It's like a comedian thing that he does, and he always has like during the break he'll go to like the stage or the crowd with like a microphone off stage, and has a auto tune put on and like just puts it in people's face and like, what are you doing here tonight or whatever. And I always thought that was kind of funny. So I might have to like sing everywhere I go or like sing how to speak or whatever.
Yeah, I think it would just suck if you had like give an interview in front of class. Like,
yeah.
You had to like present, and you're just up there singing your entire presentation.
Yeah, that would be kind of.
It would be bad if you're up to present, you're dancing the entire presentation.
Yeah, because then people wouldn't take you seriously. But I mean, either way, they're not really going to take you seriously.
Well, what if you're a good dancer, though?
Ooh. I mean, I know how to cut a rug.
You know?
Maybe, just a little bit.
A little two-step?
Little line dance action, Other than that, it's off Will Smith, it's all on the shoulders, right here, all on the shoulders.
I can do this everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I can do that. Now you ask me anything else. Now you ask a little too much. Breakdancing might be cutting a little too, little tight.
Not for this guy.
And so number 3, would you rather have a pause button for your life or a rewind button?
Ooh. I that's tough.
They could really be used interchangeably.
Yeah, I feel like some things are meant to be, like coming back. I had the opportunity to switch high schools going into my senior year. I had my football coach leave, and we had a whole new coaching staff coming in. And to be honest, if I could go back, if I would have switched high schools, I don't know if I'd have ever played college football or even had, a chance to keep going. As far as sports, I might have come into a new place and never got to play a sport again because new guy, nobody really knows how you are, and usually takes some time to develop. But I don't know. I feel like a pause button would kind of just be kind of be helpful.
Give you a breather, really.
Yeah, give you just a breather. It's let's just pause this for a second. Let's just.
I got a test today.
Yeah, let's just pause. Let's reflect a little bit. Let's see if we could, kind of like Click with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
A little pause it and let's just reflect a little bit.
I think
yeah, pause button probably.
I'll probably have to join you on that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot more benefit. Like you said, something is just meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you start rewinding too much, it's almost like, what's the point of experiencing it in the first place?
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't want to relive a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
As far as just that bad test that you had, it's just bombed it. I don't want to do that again. Let's just go on with it. Carry on with it.
It was what it was.
Yep.
And I'm never gonna think about it again.
We'll bounce back on the other test.
And so number 4, would you rather explore space or the deepest parts of the ocean? The ocean, as I said it for some reason.
Oh man, I don't know. You watch some movies and stuff, and the ocean's kind of it's kind of a cool place, but if you can't see enough, I mean, I don't know how space would be because you just look out and you just see darkness and stars everywhere, but
yeah,
it'd be kind of weird, but at the same time you kind of have a sense of not really where you're at, but some places in the ocean it's just kind of the same thing. It's blue, you don't really see much, but what if there's a shark or just something big just all of a sudden comes up right next to you and you don't see it till you're it's right on top of you.
Well, think about this, right? You go back to question 1. If you could speak to the animals.
See, this is where it would help.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be hey, yo, where you at?
Because think about it. Fluid languages helps you with nothing in space.
No.
Who are you talking to?
I mean, you're talking to Mission Control in
You
Houston.
know?
Houston, we have a slight problem.
A lot of problems.
What?
No one's here.
You didn't understand me? Let me talk to you in Portuguese. Mandarin. Or Mandarin.
That is kind of a dub, though. What if you're out of reach of one satellite, but you have another one?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. They're both good in different situations.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
That's tough.
It's a tough one. I don't know, but I like marine animals, like sharks and stuff. But
Sharks and minnows.
Sharks and minnows, man. But I don't know. I feel like it'd be too dark to see anything, and it would be kind of really scary.
And a certain pressure starts to hurt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Keep me away from that, please.
Space. I'd always like to go up there in a rocket and go fast too.
And it's probably quiet.
Yeah.
Just sit there and think, and then realize all your thoughts mean nothing because you can do nothing with those thoughts in space because no one else is there.
Yeah, you just sit there. Put me a little spacesuit. Let me.
A little fly around.
Fly around.
You can fly.
That'd be
space
cool.
is the way to go.
Space.
I'm going space. It's the last and final question. Would you rather give up your smartphone for a year or give up desserts for a year? That's easy as heck.
Yeah.
Smartphone.
I feel like this day and age would kind of be. I know what I'm gonna say, but it could be a double-edged sword. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
If you give up your smartphone, everybody lives off of it today. Most of your bank stuff's on there now. Everybody does online banking, so I think it'd be kind of harder to do it in today's time, but not really because there's still some old stuff with that. But being an athlete, like you got to eat right, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, even though like part of my job is like being an offensive lineman, I'm gonna eat. I think I'm a big guy. I like some food, but
My job's to eat too.
I feel like giving up sweets would be the right answer here, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
I think it's the answer that Kyle would like.
Yeah, Kyle would like that because if I was late for something, miss a huddle message, he's not gonna text me on my flip phone.
He said, "You don't have a smartphone, so like, he's not gonna let that slide."
No. He's gonna be like, Lindsey, you didn't show up for your meeting.
Exactly.
And I'd have to roll, and I don't like to roll.
And see, would you rather roll with desserts on your stomach or a smartphone in your pocket?
Neither, because actually, I'm not gonna have my smartphone on me when I'm on the field. So. Yeah, no, I think I'd have to give up desserts because I'm really not like a big dessert guy. Really, I'm not.
Oh, I respect that.
I like, every once in a while eat a cookie, but other than that, I mean, it shows that I might be a big dessert guy, but I'm really not. I'm just don't do nothing for
This
me.
is a genuine guy.
Yeah, just a genuine guy.
A genuine guy with a smartphone.
With a smartphone.
And so, Mr. Genuine, on top of all of that, you are from Hendersonville,
Yes.
which I like to think of as right around the corner.
Yeah.
Literally right around the corner. Went to East Henderson.
Yep.
If I remember.
Yep. Went to East Henderson.
So tell me a little bit about growing up in the mountains.
Yeah, so I've been here 21 years. 21 years old, so I've been here 21 years of my life. I know. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, so it's mountain life. I live, like I say Hendersonville, but I really live in Zirconia. It's a small little community, kind of like Saluda, North Carolina, if you've ever heard of it. We don't really have a main street. We have a gas station, a fire department, and of course a Dollar General.
Everybody got a Dollar General.
Everybody's got a DG.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's just it's kind of laid back life. Really, what we did is just hunted and fished all the time. We have a little local lake that's a little private that we go to. That's it's kind of what we do. We have the Apple Festival every year in Hendersonville.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never been, it's a good thing to go to. A lot of people, because apparently apples are kind of like a big thing.
It's funny with here we have the White Squirrel Festival.
Yeah. Brevard has a White Squirrel Festival.
Always something.
It's always something. And I know like people think like apples like weird, but like you go to Alabama, they have a peanut festival, and like I think it's in I want to say maybe like Phoenix City, somewhere like down next to like Florida, that kind of region, lower Alabama. I almost said Mississippi. World.
You coming off that Belhaven
Coming off
trip.
Belhaven still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we have like Apple Festival and stuff, so it's pretty cool.
And so with Hendersonville being right there, and you basically have been living here, like what made you, I guess, like want to stay here, home, I guess?
Well, really, I was just taking, a turn. My aunt went to App State, and my mom went to Western Carolina. So two fairly close, big colleges. And I just really just wanted to keep playing football. I want to be able to have my family come up on the weekends and watch me play. And I just sat back and was like, if I had an opportunity to go to a big school, I was going to take it. But I really took back and reflected, and I was like, nah, I don't want to. I want to be able to have my family come watch me play and just, be able to say, hey, if I want to go home and, talk to my family or see my family for 2 or 3 hours, it's close enough. I can just make that drive and still have enough time to get to a meeting or get to a practice if I wanted to. And really, yeah, I just like the area. It's kind of small. I'm kind of used to having a small community and having people want you here. So a really big thing was Brevard College wanted me to come here and play. Everybody, I like the coaches. I like the people out here. So, yeah, stay close to home. One of my big things, I guess.
And so I guess like you've already said a lot of the benefits of going to a college that's so close to home. But what have been some benefits, but also some things you might say like, oh, man, maybe I'm too close to home, some minuses that you've experienced since being here?
I guess like being, I don't know, just not getting to go out and see everywhere.
Yeah.
Is like if I was, I'm a big Clemson fan. I know, rough start this year. But go Tigers and go Noles. No, go Tigers. Yeah, I feel like if I'd went off, I'd kind of just, miss home, miss the mountains, miss the cool weather for sure. I know it can get hot up here, but if I went somewhere like deep in South Carolina or even go to Georgia, somewhere
Oh,
where it's hot.
yeah.
I sweat a lot as it is. I don't really like to sweat too much if I don't have to.
South Carolina summer is untouchable.
Yeah. Brutal. We have some hunting land down there, and it gets hot
Yes.
really bad. So, yeah, I feel like, the minus would be like not getting to see other places and get experience like a really big college life or even like a smaller but just away from home kind of college life. I feel like, it's just kind of, it is what it is, really.
Yeah, and so like speaking, so you stay close to home here in Western North Carolina. And we're gonna go throw back to a little bit of a difficult part of last year, for us real quick. So here in Western North Carolina, thousands of roads and a thousand bridges damaged. 6,000 miles of roads were damaged.
Yeah.
You had estimated 408 deaths, all occurring due to Hurricane Helene. Then right after that, we go straight into wildfires, obviously, that were exacerbated because of the effects of Hurricane Helene. But you found yourself in an interesting predicament, situation, where you were able to help join the firefighters who were serving this community and the communities in this area through that tough time. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, so I've been in the local fire department down there, Green River Fire and Rescue, in Zirconia, where I'm from. I've been in there since high school, since freshman year of high school. I was like 14 or 15. My dad's been there for over 20 plus years. So I kind of like didn't know nothing else. Like, I mean, I did, but like I always grew up going to the firehouse, so I wanted to join. Long story short, yeah, so I was at the house when the hurricane hit, or officially hit, or whatever you want to call it. And it was just kind of like, trying to get in touch with the coaches out here, and I was like, dang, I really can't. Like, I know I talked to Coach Lindsey for like 2 or 5 minutes between that time, and I was like, hey, I've tried to get out here, I can't get out here. We had to go to Maryville, go to that game.
I was gonna bring that up, yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I can't get out there. Like, and I was left tackle. I was like, I gotta play. I mean, I gotta try to make a way out there or something. And it just didn't really like work. Everywhere was closed, whether it was a tree down or if it was the road was flooded. But I was able to, get to the firehouse. I was like, well, they know that I can't get out here. Then we just lost all, cell phone communications with people out here in Brevard. So I was like, well, that sucks. I mean, so I was like, well, the next thing I know, I'll just go to the firehouse. And we just went down the firehouse. We just started clearing roads, trying to help people. Really didn't. There was a lot of flooding down there, but like we were just locked into like the little area of Zirconia and the county, that lower end of the county. We couldn't really get nowhere else, so we just started helping people down the community down there.
And I think about you kind of talking about like you're a college student. You just took the time and you've been inputted with them for a while. That's cool. But like, think about all the hands of just normal people who were kind of sitting around and probably could have come out and helped too. Just kind of hits my mind about just how anybody can be a servant in that aspect of one another. So I think that's really interesting that you found and took the time to do so. And you mentioned that your interest began at a young age. That your father's been doing it for how long now?
I want to say like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere like that. So, I mean, he's been there a while, and he kind of just done it. He didn't really like him and a couple of buddies that he went to high school with. They started, the fire station was really like not new, but like was kind of like it was established, but people like had trucks at their house. Like it was really like
it wasn't all like very structured yet.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. So they started like building the like main station and whatever, and started bringing it up. And I think him and just a couple of buddies just was like, we'll just give this a try. I mean, we're in high school, we'll just try to help out and see what we could do. So that's really where it started for him, and then kind of me. Just we'll always go to the fire department dinners at Christmas, and I knew everybody down there already because it was just a tight knit community, and I was like, that's actually kind of cool, I mean, more or less just helping people.
And so, what's like the impact that you're looking to leave with this in your life?
I want it to be a good impact. Haven't really like thought of anything else. Of course, maybe go work for Duke Power and help keep the lights on. But no, it's just like you can really just somebody that's having a really bad day, and like their whole world is like coming down on them, and then you can just be like, hey, I'm here to help. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of this kind of thing. Kind of like mentality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what I like think of it is like, somebody's having a real bad day, whether that's, losing their house in a house fire, or they had a car wreck and they, lost their way to get around. You just try to take all that off of people and just let them know that someone's there to help, someone's there to, take care of them.
I think you kind of touched the loaded part of that work field. I think that there's so much that goes into it beyond, like, you think of firefighters, there's a lot more than just what you do with, actual fires. Y'all get called in with everything.
Yeah, we get like medical calls, car wrecks, search and rescue missions, stuff like that. Just any way that, someone's in need of emergency.
And how do you kind of mentally prepare yourself for that in a way, like knowing you're going to have to be in sceneries like that where other people are going to be out of whack in their own because they can't? Those are some situations that are chaotic. How do you come in knowing that you have to be the piece in that situation?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of hard sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, you get toned out for a house fire or something, or a structure fire, and you really don't think, like, sometimes you get called in tunnel vision, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I got to get there. The house is so far. Like, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. But sometimes what you got to do is you just got to sit back, take a breath, and, relax and just think everything through. And just take a moment and be like, all right, I'm here. They're having a bad day. I'm going to try to, minimize most damage and fix this and try to just encourage them and help them along.
And so you were able to do all that work in an area that obviously that where you were from, as well as some areas surrounding that area, coming from Hendersonville, coming from East Henderson in high school. Kind of tell me now, translating to the football aspect of things, how you spent 4 years in high school in Hendersonville, then now you're spending 4 years in college here in Brevard. What are some challenges that you've kind of faced since you've come to college that you like maybe never had experience in high school, or that kind of were a little bit more chaotic than they were in high school?
Yeah, so the main thing, like when he talks about college and sports and whatnot, you come from a high school where, you know everybody. It's real small for the most part. You kind of have a sense of, like, not necessarily like cliques, but like, hey, like, you may not know the actual person, but hey, like, you're on the basketball team, or hey, you play like band or something. Like, you just see different people and you just understand that. And then, like, you come from when you're a senior, you work through, and then you become a senior, and you're like, all right, I'm the big dog. This is my high school. You kind of like top dog and everything, and you're like one of the best at your high school or whatnot. And then you come to college, where it's like everybody is. You got people from Texas, like California, like Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, that was all top dogs at their own school. And then you come here and you're like, oh man, like, this is real. And like the pace of play, especially for sports, is just like night and day difference. It's a lot of fast pace. You get going on, and you kind of like take a step back and you're like, whoa, like, this is college, like, this is legit. So really, I think it's just the way that however fast everything moves once you get here, and then you're not the top dog no more. You're a goldfish in a ocean now versus you were a big fish in a pond. Now you're kind of vice versa.
And you, like, one thing about it, you came in fall of 2022.
Yep.
Played eight games your freshman year.
Yeah.
Which is not normal for like a lot of freshmen coming in. I know me and you kind of very similar in that aspect. Had a lot of peers who came in but did not play. A lot of peers who came in and did not stay.
Right.
And so now you look at, now it's your senior year, 2025. And you look at all the other people who've stayed, who came in with you, and y'all are making a big impact on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at how when you first came in, like you kind of said, you just came in.
Yeah.
A little goldfish. But now you're like the Sharks.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the rest of the freshman class that is still here to this day, and how it's kind of looking for you all.
Yeah. So looking back, I guess because, like, I got brought up at like early on in the season, so a lot of the kids some people have a good bond because they played on the futures together, they practiced together, they separated from top to the futures program, and it's really kind of, I'm really trying to remember like how many was actually here, but I think there was only like 4 or 5 of us coming in that actually like got the plays down and was able to get brought up and kind of have a role on the varsity for the Tornadoes. And it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of just like weird to think about it. Like, it's me and like maybe two cats that stayed as far as like offensive line wise that still play or are going to play or have an extra year that's going to play next year too. Maybe they had a gap year or something and came in with me and they still, you know, took a year off or whatnot. But yeah, it's weird that it's really weird that it's kind of like there's only 2 of you and there was like 5 of you now.
Exactly.
And I'm really trying to think, and I don't know if any other skill position or like on the offense side or the defensive side of the ball
Really got people like that
that's still here. I know like like me and Obadiah Grimes.
Yeah.
We come in together on the same SOAR day, kind of hit it off from then. It was like, you know, we're on the same team. Let's, you know, kind of hang out. Let's go play ball.
Kind of like me and Bernard Wirtz have been like that since we've got here.
Yeah,
SOAR and everything.
You and Wirtz, man.
Yeah. Everybody has that people, and it's like crazy. You look back and like, I'm only in my junior year. Yeah. And I look around, I'm like, all these teammates, I love them all, but it's like when I first came in, half these faces weren't here.
Yeah, no, it is. That's the crazy part. It's like you get transfers, and it's like, all right, who are you? You weren't here last year. Like especially if you get them transferred over the summer into the fall when you come back for fall camp. Really, like you see a couple people like in the spring, like for spring ball, and then it's like you kind of keep in touch, and then they just don't like you just don't hear nothing from them.
Yeah,
or they just like disappear. You're like, wait, that guy was actually good. Where did he go? And it's like transferred to just didn't want to play no more, couldn't play no more. Something happened, family issues, had to go back home. But yeah, it's really like not like a rude awakening, but like
it's reality.
It's like reality of things. Like, you know, ball's not for everyone, and it's not gonna last. I mean, you know, I would love to think coming out of high school, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play top college D1, even D2 ball. Go to the NFL, you know, have a couple years in there and
come back and fight for fun.
Yeah, that's right. Get my money and leave. But no, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, dang. Especially like this like last year, I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know.
And so like you think about again like the you've stayed, there's other people who stayed with you. We talk about the people who come in. What do you think makes Brevard College as a school and as like the football program so special?
Well, I think really like the small knit community and how small it is. Sometimes it being small can also be like a bad thing, but I think that like here, like everybody wants to come to Brevard because like we have the nice scenery and nice area, and people are nice, and I mean we win games.
Yeah,
who doesn't love to win? You know, I mean we have a couple rough patches here and there, but at the same time, I think like, you know, the program speaks for itself. It's how, you know, Coach Kide and all the coaching staff has really brought it up from having nothing, from being a D2, switching to D3,
and been winning ever since, and
have a pretty good, you know, record of winning. Yeah.
You talk about that. You're like, we win games. But it's like into this your 4th year being here for a season. It's my 3rd season. It's like since we've been here, we can both agree it's like we come so close.
Yeah.
Every year to this long-awaited championship. And it's like we win games. What is it that us as a team this year, you as a player and an offensive lineman player, what is it that we need that's going to get us to that point?
Wow, I think really it's like we just need the people that want to be here. Like if you want to be here, and everybody wants to be good, everybody wants to hold each other accountable, everybody wants to, you know, fight for each other, keep the selflessness out of it. Really, is the big thing. And just, I mean, the big thing is I think once people get to college, it's just like have fun. Like I said earlier, like ball's not gonna last forever. You know, enjoy these 4 or 5 years when you get to college, just to, you know, take, you know, do what you need to do, but like also just like, let's just go play ball. Like it's just backyard football. Like we don't need to complicate nothing. Just play our type of football, and it'll work itself out.
And would you say, again, last year you ended up making second team all conference. So, hey, quick shout out to Brody Lindsey for that. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I definitely understand how hard of work you got to put in for that and what that means to accomplish something like that. But now it's a new year.
Yeah.
Last year's last year.
Yeah, last year.
So what? You played 8 games as a freshman. So what?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so what now this year in your offseason? Were you thinking about what are my goals for this year? You know, you talk about being selfless, but in some ways you have to be selfish.
Yeah.
In a way that's not detrimental to your team, but in a way that is, I'm going to put myself out there for my team.
Yeah, I just think, like, you know, I mean, I would love to get back-to-back years. I did it in high school, but I think high school is just, it's if you're a good person and whatever, they just vote for you anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like to say I'd go back, but at the end of the day, if I can put my brothers in a position to win a conference championship, man, I don't care about no accolades.
Amen.
I mean, you know, we have people that, I mean, Ethan Beamish, he can throw the ball. He can throw it, man. I mean, you know, if I make him look good and he leads us to a conference championship, man, I don't care if I get nothing. I mean, I just, if we get a conference championship, I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's the end goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal, yeah. So I'd love to go back-to-back, get all conference again. But if I don't, I mean, I got it 1 year and we get a championship. I'm happy with it.
Amen to that. And so kind of translating away from the sports side of things, let's talk a little bit about, again, this is your last year here at Brevard.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep reminding you of that, but just speaking to that.
It's okay.
Beyond sports, looking more towards the classroom on campus and just your day-to-day life, what are the goals that you've kind of set for yourself that you want to kind of accomplish before you graduate?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to just sit back and kind of like to think about it because you don't want to think about it. You know, I got 5 games left guaranteed without making it to the playoffs, and hopefully we can. But, you know, I don't know, man. I just really just want to, you know, leave a good impression. You know, be like, when people hear about Brevard College, they hear about, you know, 77, like, hey, he was a good kid. He was a good teammate, good friend.
Genuine guy.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I don't really have no words for it, to be honest. I think my main goal would just be, you know, having the diploma to graduate, not have to stay an extra year because I'm out of eligibility. So I'm not a big fan of school. I don't enjoy sitting in class and doing stuff.
But you do so well.
But I do so well. Yeah. I just I don't know. I'd rather be outside, whether that's hanging out with my buddies, hunting, fishing, loving every day. Kind of.
And so, like, with that, kind of tell me. I like to ask this question often. I'm kind of pose it a little different way from you. I always ask people, like, what made Brevard the right choice for you? Like, what really made it, when you look back, what made it the right choice for you? But in a different way, I'm going to ask you, was it a productive choice for you? Did it come out as something that you say, I had a productive 4 years here? And if so, what could have made it even more productive for you, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, having, you know, like I said before, being close to home, having the ability to have my family up here, watching me play, I really think that was the main thing. But going back to being productive, I feel like I had a pretty productive 4 years. I feel like I came up and went through the offense and got along with the program very well. I feel like I had good retention of it. So I feel like that was productive. The only thing I would probably add would probably be like, you know, I commute, you know, from down there, so it's like 45 minutes every day. I think me having more productive, like getting more like study time in for classes and even study time on film and opponents would be probably live on campus. That would be the only other thing that I'd probably change.
Do you ever wish you would have?
Yeah. There's sometimes we get home, like from like Bellhaven. We got home at what, like 2 a.m.?
Oh my God.
No, it was 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm beat. I have to drive home. It'd be really nice just to walk, you know, on the other side of campus and crash and be in my bed and have a place to stay. But no, I have to drive 45 minutes because, you know, I decided I just wanted to save a little extra money, and, you know, and driving wakes me up in the morning too. So if I have class or something, or
Give
like
you some time to get up.
Give me time to get up, you know, get my head right, lock into some music, drink a couple Celsiuses, you know, get the energy flowing.
And so we kind of talk about these productive years. Before I let you go, there's one thing I always have to ask people. So forget Alex is here. I'm not here anymore.
Alex is not
It's just
here.
you and the people in the camera, man. So I want you to just take a moment to the people that helped you make these years productive, the people who help you make who you are as a genuine guy. Just the people in your life. Just kind of look to the camera and speak to them. Say what you might want to say to them.
Yeah, so first of all, I'd like to thank God for giving me, the opportunity to do this. And, the size, I'm kind of a big guy. So I'd like to thank that for that, first off. And I'd like to thank all the coaches. I know Justin Heatherly was my head football coach for 3 years, and he kind of took a chance on me because I played a little bit of football in middle school, but I didn't really pursue it. I was a baseball guy, so I wanted to thank him for taking a chance on me and letting me play and get to start some as a freshman on varsity and stuff. And then I would like to thank John Lively. He was a defensive line coach at East Henderson for 3-4 years, something like that. And then in the off season, I'd work with him, try to get better, perfect my craft really. So I'd like to thank him too, and then thank my family, my parents, for believing in me and letting me play. Because my dad didn't want to let me play for the longest time. He's afraid I was going to get hurt. And then people looked at him and was like, "No, he'll hurt people. He won't get hurt." But no, he was a big baseball family, so baseball was kind of my first love. And then I came to realize that I like to hit people. That's violent, and it's kind of fun. And, I mean, football teaches you a lot in life. It teaches you accountability, teaches you how to face adversity. And adversity comes in all different shapes and sizes. It's very hard to face that sometimes. You have a big game, lose it, and then it's just like, man, whole world's coming down on you. You think it's the end of the world. But then you get another opportunity to come back and make it better the next week. So, yeah, I'd like to thank my coaches and even thank my coaches now. Thank Coach Lindsey for taking a shot on me as a freshman coming in the third game playing Averett and was like, you're starting. And I was like, oh, okay. Really everybody besides, Rucker that was starting.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was a senior or a graduate student. Played with Brandon Unangst and Jacob Parker and all them, and Jaden O'Leary now that's on the coaching staff. So is Brandon. But, yeah, that was kind of like a, wow, I'm getting thrown in the fire here. So I just like to thank all the coaches pretty much.
Well, my friend, I want to thank you for taking your time to come and spend it with me and let me ask you some questions and kind of show you off to so the people, you know what I'm saying? Again, the coaches wanted us to interview you because, again, you're a genuine guy.
Yeah.
I know I keep kind of messing around with you, but genuinely, you're a genuine guy, and I appreciate you for that.
I'm glad to be on here.
And so, y'all, today this was Brevard College football's senior offensive lineman, number 77, Brody Lindsey. I just want to thank you once again, my friend. And make sure everybody to tune in next week on Thursday to our interview with senior cheerleader Abby Waldrop. That will be dropping next Thursday. Thank you all again once for joining us, and go Nados.
See ya!
See ya!